Share my screen. Hmm. Do I have access? Can you all see my screen right now? Okay. Alrighty, so as Hazel said, today we're going to be talking about short form content. Um, what does that even mean? I feel like there's so many different forms of content these days. There's short form, long form, there's written, there's so many different types. But today we're going to be focused on short form. If you have any questions throughout this entire session, please feel free to send them over in the chat, or you can just raise your hand, or you can just let me know. I'm happy to answer as we go through it, but I will also have a dedicated session at the end for you guys to ask any questions that you might have. Before we get started, I'd love for us to all participate in a really quick poll. I just want to have a sense of like where is everyone at with understanding or performing with short form content. If you could just take out your phones, if everyone has a phone really quickly, and then you can scan the QR code on the right-hand side. I should be on your right too. And then let me know if you're having any trouble with the QR code. Everyone's good, I assume. Okay, good. Awesome. So, really quickly, just type in your first name, click next. Do you create short form content? Yes or no? Um, if you have you ever had a viral video? So, viral is very loose term. There's no like definitive I guess, definition. There's semi-viral, which in the industry, a lot of people consider to have like 25 to 50K views. And then there's like at viral, which people consider to be like over 100K views. And then there's like mega viral, which is like over 1 million views. So I tried to like parse it out. If you ever had a viral video, just detailing which one you've had. Yeah, you've had a semi-viral one or a viral one. And then if you do make short form content, where does it live? Is it just TikTok? Is it Instagram Reels? Is it Facebook? Is it even LinkedIn? Whatever platform you surface on, just let us know. And then once you're done, you can send over your vote. Okay. If everyone's done, I'll move on. But if you need a quick moment, just come off mute and let me know and I'll stop. Okay. All good then. Alrighty. So, oh, what just happened? Okay. Um, we're gonna play a quick game. I would love for this to be interactive. So essentially what this game is I want you to like trust your gut. I'm gonna play two videos and I want you to trust your gut and say which one you think went viral versus which one maybe didn't go viral. You can just type it over in the chat, A, which is this one on the left side, or B, which is on the right side. And for context, both of these creators are in the same niche. They're both nutritional educators. So I'm going to give it a play. Let me know if you can't hear it. Um,
Carbohydrates 101. Carbohydrates are one of three primary macronutrients.
could everyone hear that? Okay. So I'll play it one more time. It was 3 seconds. That's typically the term of hook time.
Carbohydrates 101. Carbohydrates are one of three primary macronutrients.
Okay. So that's the first hook. The second one.
This is the amount of blood in your body. This is the amount of sugar your bloodstream can handle at any given time.
All right. So send over some votes. Does anyone need me to play it again? Okay, so send over your votes in the chat, please. If you think video A or video B, which hook performed better? I won't participate because I know the answer. I can't see the chat. Let me open up the chat now. Oh, I can see it now. Okay.
I can help. So we have
Thank you.
2, 3, 4 for B,
Okay.
2, Two for A, the contrarians. Three
Oh.
for A, the contrarians. Someone switched theirs.
Okay, now time for the big reveal. It is actually video B with 7.2 million views. So we'll get into why video B performed better, but I'll give you a quick preview. She showed something while she was telling her message. She showed them what she was trying to say. She was showing the blood, then she showed the sugar. But that's the first one. We'll have another shot at it. We'll do one more. So now we have two videos again. The same exact concept of something being like really hard, but the hook is delivered very differently. So you have video A, which is on the left, and then video B, which is on the right. And before you start watching this, I want you to like ask yourself which video makes you keep watching, feel like you want to keep watching. So I'll play it.
Whoever told you that investing is hard is a liar. They're all liars.
Okay, that was the first one.
This might be a hot take, but sales is a job that anyone can do.
Okay. Does anyone need me to play it again? Okay. Let's take our votes in the chat. Oop. No. Katie, I need your help.
I'm here. So we've got a few for A,
Okay.
B, B, A. Two B's, the rest A's. Five
Okay.
A's.
Okay. And you guys were right. So video A did perform better with 1.6 million views. So honestly, I'm going to play it one more time. And I want you guys to see if there was anything that you heard that she did before she even started to speak.
Whoever told you that investing is hard is a liar. They're all liars.
Okay. Very oh my gosh, shock value hook. But did you guys notice that she tapped on her can?
I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say it was how you should invest because
Yes.
everybody is universally interested in making money.
Yes. That is also a good point. She had something that was relatable. But a lot of times, what happens is there is a sonic, or I guess sonic logo is what a lot of people try to call it, or an audio associated in the background to try to do some pattern interruption. When you're scrolling for short form content, people are scrolling on their feeds probably for a good 10 minutes before they see your video. Rarely are you the first video people are seeing on their feed. So people get into this psychological loop where they're just scrolling, scrolling. Sometimes they need something in the back of their psychology to kind of break that pattern, and tapping on the can will do that. So let's get into it. So we kind of talked about this a little bit, but a commonality that you'll see across short form content that wins most of the time is that they make the viewer feel targeted. So speaking to what Katie was saying, everyone can relate to wanting to invest. When you see this video, you feel like the creator is speaking to you. It's something that you care about as well. A lot of videos also use fewer words. Sometimes we kind of get into this habit where we can like try to over explain, over try to like convince. But again, people are scrolling on their feeds all the time. They're tired of just listening and feeling like, they're ingesting so much information. So the fewer words, the better. And then, like we talked about already, they give your eyes and your ears something to follow. It's as many subtle interruptions as possible that you can naturally include in your video, the better. And then they give you a reason to stay. So ask yourselves, like, who here has watched a video and actually stayed till the end if they didn't think they were getting any value? Probably none of us. So that is the last aspect of what makes a winning video. All right. So let's get a little bit more granular about how to like really break this out in your own content. I think the easiest way to do it is to ask yourself when you're done putting a short form video together, does it answer these 6 questions? The first one, if the viewer is seeing it, can they ask themselves and answer that this video is for them? So that requires you knowing your audience. Most people here, we're all promoting jobs. So our audience would be people looking for jobs. If someone who's looking for a job watches your video, can they ask themselves, does this help me get a job? Essentially. The next one, should I stop scrolling? Like we said, people are mindlessly scrolling on their phones. You want to build a really strong hook that keeps them on there. And we're going to go into how to find a good hook for this niche. And then what is the value takeaway? Like we said, they need to feel like they're taking away something from this video. They need to feel like they can save this video. They need to feel like this is going to help someone that's maybe even looking for a job. There needs to be some value there. And then what am I watching? You want to make it very clear to your audience from the get-go. This is what I'm watching. This is what they're trying to tell me. They're trying to teach me how to find a job. They're trying to show me a job. It's very clear from the beginning. And then a really cool one, a fun stage and question to be at is, do I remember you? There's nothing like a viewer seeing someone that they remember or that they relate to or that they really like over and over again. It feels like familiarity. Sometimes for people, it's a safe space. Sometimes for people, it's like, oh, finally someone I can trust that's giving me value. So we'll talk about how to do that as well. And then the very last one is, when I'm done watching this video, what do I do next? Like a lot of times, most people will make a great video and there's no CTA. There's no like, message me if you need help or save this video to reference later. It's really, really important that you give your viewers something to do next at the end of the video. You made an amazing video. You should make them do something after they've had this amazing video. I'll pause there if anyone has any questions or comments about these 6 questions that you should ask yourself when you're done making your video. All good. Okay. Let's get into know your audience. So this is really fun for me. I love, love, love when I'm making a video and I know the other person on the end of it at the back of my hand. It makes my life easier and it delivers the video easier as well. So my advice to anyone making short form content on this call is to just speak to one person. Don't try to speak to the masses. It makes it really hard and it makes it feel almost a little bit impersonal when the one viewer is watching your video on their feed. They're scrolling for hours. They want to feel like someone is talking to just them. So, how do you even start to know your audience? I would say describe their inner world. So, our audience would be job seekers. Their inner world is feeling really stressful right now in the period of unemployment. Their inner world is feeling like there's just so many people online living the life that they might want to live because we live on a show and tell society now. Most people are showing their lives and it can feel a little bit demoralizing seeing people's success with like their cars or their new haul of clothes and all those things. Some people, they're new grads. They feel a little bit lost, don't really know what's going on. So you really want to immerse yourself in their inner world. That's the best way to start. The next thing I would say is to say things that other people won't. We live in a gatekeeping society. A lot of people don't like to share, unfortunately. Even really, really good creators try to hold their cards close to their chest. It's really important to say the things that other people won't. So, for example, in our niche, we are all aware of the labor market. It's really, really hard right now. A lot of people feel like they have to know somebody, they have to get a referral, it's just like, this endless thing. So if you could give them something that other people won't say. So like let's say for me, for instance, my uh youngest sister, she's in college. She's looking for an internship. In an ideal society, she gets an internship immediately after school's done. But a lot of people won't tell her that it takes time and that she should have probably started looking for an internship 2 months ago, you know? So it's important to be really honest and try to say the things that other people won't. Now, this is my favorite part. The platforms literally help you do this. If everyone has their phones, we're going to get into something called Creator Search Insights. So if you are like, I think I know my audience, but like I could be wrong, the platform does it for you. They love stalking us. So let's use the information that they have and that they're willing to share. So does everyone have their phones and does everyone have TikTok? Who doesn't have TikTok by any chance? Does someone not have TikTok? Okay, Rachel, that's okay. I'll show for you. I'll show it to you while we're on screen. Anybody else? Just Rachel? Okay. It's okay, Rachel. Instagram has a version too, so we'll get into if you're on Instagram. Are you on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Karen also said she doesn't
Yeah.
have TikTok. Do you have Instagram perchance? Okay, awesome.
She does.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So, we'll do the TikTok version while I will give you the synonymous Instagram version as well. So if you go to TikTok and you literally start, I'm going to do it with you guys. And then for those that have Instagram, I'll tell you the stage at which you can start Instagram steps. So you're going to go to TikTok and you're going to open it up and you're going to go to the search. And if you're on Instagram, you're going to go to search too. And then if you have TikTok, you're going to type in creator search insights, literally exactly what's on screen here. When you search it up, you should see this screen, this first screen here on the far left. Does everyone see that? Everyone sees that? Okay. If no one sees it or you have questions, please interrupt me. I'm having a hard time seeing you guys. So then you click view. And once you click view, you are inside the back end of TikTok's search insights. They are basically collecting so much data about what people are searching. So again, our audience, they're looking for jobs. So what I want everybody to do as a quick exercise is to click the search icon again in the top right and you're going to type job opportunity. And then if you have Instagram, you don't have to do all these steps. Instagram does it for us immediately. So you can just type in job opportunity in the search and then the explore and just type in job opportunity. And if you just have Instagram and you don't have TikTok, I would say if you're ever trying to do really in-depth audience learning, TikTok is a really good tool to do that using these steps. But Instagram does try to support the same efforts in their own way. So if you type job opportunity at this stage, you should be on a screen that looks like this for those that have TikTok. And then at the very top, you'll see this thing that has like a fire emoji and it says 219,000. And then you'll see a percentage that says 300,000, I mean 301.7%. Click on that one. And now you guys should see this whole screen that says job opportunity. It shows you the search popularity. Oh, okay. Rachel and Karen, can you guys see that?
I'm getting there. I'm
Okay.
good. Oh, yes, yes. I see it on your.
Yes. So when you do this, you can filter by global. It'll tell you everybody across the entire world that's searching that. But we don't really care about that because TikTok and Instagram prioritize your geolocation. So we can filter for just the United States. Once we filter for the United States, you can then filter by days. I like to keep it tight, so I like to keep it at 7 days. And then you'll see a really cool thing. Okay, I know for a fact in the past, what is it? What's today's date? Is today the 22nd? Yes. I know that today, 6,000 people were looking for job opportunities so far, and the day's not even over. That's how many people were searching for a video that I'm potentially talking about. And in the past week, 200,000 people We're looking for a video that that I'm talking about. And that just shows you that the algorithm wants to show these people your video. You just have to make sure that you do it in a way that the algorithm knows that you're talking to them. Now, a really good way to explore this page, you can see videos that have been made that relate to this topic. And you can see what's worked, what hasn't worked. You can see related videos in that section. Then you can also see the demographics searching for this video. You can see how old they are, so that can inform how you talk to them. So if you know that these people are tend to be 25 to 34 years old, you know that it goes from not really early grad, so you don't need to be talking about new grad content. You need to be talking about like, they're a little bit mid-career is fair enough to say. And then you can see other related content to what this content is. So they give you extra content angles. Does everyone see entry level roles you can apply to? Resume tips for faster callbacks, local openings worth checking today. That gives you other content angles that these people are also concerned about. And it also gives you title suggestions. So if you look at this fourth screenshot here, you can see title suggestions that they have deemed already worked. You can probably use yourself and it'll help. It gives you hashtag suggestions that have worked. It gives you even script suggestions as well. It gives you what your intro could be, what your setup could be, what the core messaging could be. It's pretty exhaustive. And then it gives you even more topics that you can use. So really, it's an endless insight pool into the kind of content you can make. I love this tool. I abuse this tool. Very, 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 very good to use. Any questions on this so far?
I'm just wondering if it can send me a daily report. Like do this, this, and this.
I know that's actually a really good question. I bookmark it. So what I do is I
Uh,
click at yeah, and then I just check it every morning to
mhm.
see what the latest is in my hub. Once you bookmark it, it will stay in your hub and you can click on your saves and access it pretty quickly. But that's a little trick. Um, sorry, I'll pause. Any other question or more question? All good? Awesome. Okay. And for those that have Instagram, Instagram tries to do the same thing. They don't do it as well. They have more of like an AI overview, and then it will show you some videos in the past, I think 30 days that fit that search term that you put in, but it doesn't like break it down like this to really know your audience. All right, so now let's get into the hook. So the first 3 seconds decide if anything else matters. So once you know your audience, you're like, oh my gosh, I know them at the back of my head. I know what they want to see. I know what I want to say. It's really important that how you frame your opening is planned. So Creator Search Insights does give you some suggestions, but let's say you exhaust all those suggestions in the week. You might be making a lot of content. Let's get into how we can create some variation. So there's four different type of variations. There's visual. Actually, no, let's start with verbal. There's verbal, so it's what you say. You're saying, your videos are too hard to follow, or if you're in the job market right now, this is what you need to know. That's a verbal one. Then there's visual. A lot of people will have a prop. They'll have an action, like they're out of frame, and then all of a sudden they come into the frame. And then some people will have a visual hook, like with their outfit. We work at JobStream. If I was making a video, I might have my JobStream hoodie on and it says JobStream, and I might go like this, and I might say this company. That's a visual hook. Me going like that across my chest and saying this company. Then there's audio, which we talked about. A lot of people will do a Sonic logo. Every time you see their video, they have the same exact audio in the background. It might sound like almost like like in intro to a show, and then they have like that preview. It's kind of like that almost on every video. And then the last variation you can do is delivery. This is what we're going to get into in a bit more detail. And this is where I see videos really, really take off when they nail the delivery of the hook. Any questions so far here? All good. Okay. So, um, let's talk about delivery. So there are multiple ways to deliver a hook. And this is where you really see the performance peek through. We're going to go through one topic, which is getting a six pack, random fitness industry video. If you were to try to deliver shock value in your hook for getting a six pack, you would say, you can get a six pack while still eating ice cream. That shocks me. Like, how are we still eating ice cream and getting a six pack? Do you know what I mean? That's pretty shocking. And then there's a comprehensive one. Here is every ab exercise you need to get a six pack. Very comprehensive. It's like you already know what you're going to get. You know that they're going to give you every single ab exercise that you need to get a six pack. And then there's the common mistakes one. This one is really good. It performs really, really well. Doing sit-ups won't get you a six pack. So in our world of job searching, or our audience job searching, I should say, and us giving, job opportunities, we could say doing easy apply won't get you a callback. That's going to get someone's attention. Then there's comparison. For the sample of getting a six pack, lifting versus cardio, what will get you a six pack faster? And then in our world, how you could do that comparison is like, um, how would I say, general apply versus referral. What will get you a call back faster? Those kind of things. And then there's question format of delivery, which is it possible to get a six pack in 30 days? For us, is it possible to get hired in 30 days? Do you get where I'm going with this, guys? Yeah. Then there's negative delivery. Negative delivery is you'll never get a six pack if you don't do one of these things. This one tends to really, really pull emotion. So what I will say is to be careful with this one, but it is a form of delivery. So in our world, it could be you'll never get hired if you don't do one of these things. And then tutorial, getting a six pack. Here's a week of workouts to get a six pack. For us, here's um, a week of jobs for you to get hired by next week. Do you guys see how it's the same topic, but just different deliveries? Any questions so far? Okay, all good. So one thing I found is like in the beginning stages of like really getting good at hooks, we have to like assess what's already out there. The same way that Creator Insights does this, it's really important for you to do it yourself outside of Creator Insights. So one thing I'd recommend is like searching up once you make your video, search up the topic of your video just on Instagram or just on LinkedIn or just on TikTok. Once you search it up and you come across a hook that you actually really, really like, validate it. And how to validate it is using the 5X rule. So what's worked for me is if I see that a creator has a really good hook and I'm just like, how did that work? Why did that work? I don't really understand. Before I even get into answering those questions, I look at what their following is. If their following is 5 times more than the views that they got on that video, then I know for a fact it's an organic, really good a hook. It's not because of their followers. It's not because of anything else related to like their existing audience. It validates the fact that this is a good hook in general. It's not really based on their audience following or anything like that. Once you do find that and once you do validate, you find it, you validate it, and you start diving into why did it work, it's really, really important for you not to copy. I can't emphasize that enough. As creators, our intellectual IP is something that people are becoming more and more aware of and understanding. It leads to cancel culture. It's just really, really important that you study hooks that work. You don't copy them. You adapt them for your own version and you dive deeper from there. Any questions so far, guys? All right. Okay, so visual. I love visual hooks as well. A lot of people do it a lot of different ways. You'll see in the next slide soon what I mean by that. Some people will have an object as their microphone. So if they're a beauty creator, one thing I've been seeing is like they'll start using their lip gloss as their microphone, which is very, very cool. You'll see it in the next slide. People will be getting ready for something, and while they're getting ready, they're talking to you. Again, it's that pattern breaking. They're trying to break the pattern that you've been seeing on your entire feed this entire time before you saw their video. Like I said, some people will go out of frame and then come into the frame sitting down, like almost like a confessional. That's a visual pattern break as well. I've seen some videos where people keep the phone in the fridge and then open the door and they start the video just like that, trying to pattern break. And then a lot of people will do green screen as well. So we're going to watch a couple of those and see how that goes. So I'm going to play this first one. You'll see this one is, I believe, the object visual hook.
If you want to start receiving PR from your favorite brands, here are some of the platforms I use that worked for me.
So I don't know if you guys saw, but she was holding a lip gloss with her mic in her hand. So that's a visual hook. She also had a lot of different pop-ups come on the screen. It's give or take depending on the audience for that. I know our audience is job seekers, so they might not resonate with that. But for us, I've even seen people have like really big like clipboards and like they're just talking with the clipboard. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what is going on? It's just sometimes diversifying your content that way. The next one I believe is a get ready with me. She's talking about something while getting ready, and it's doing that pattern break. So I'll play it for you now.
What are your principles as it pertains to giving money?
Do you guys see how she was doing her makeup and she was starting the video? And it has nothing to do with what she's talking about, but again, it's helping that pattern break. The next one.
Nobody wants to work anymore, but they do. They saw Marty Supreme and now they do.
That one works because it's a green screen. So also that one's in our niche. That's a really good verbal hook with a visual hook. I really like that one. 10 out of 10 to her. Then the next one. This one, she's opening that fridge, like I was saying, starting the video like that. It's all just about pattern breaking people's feed. Does anyone have questions on these visual hooks? Awesome. Okay. Now, once you've nailed your hook, you've got their attention, the script is really important to keep it because people have really, really short attention spans on the internet, not in real life, but on the internet. They have very small window of tolerance for something that doesn't keep their attention. They'll just keep scrolling. So let's get into how to keep their attention. So you want to make the script really feel effortless to follow. You want to use simple words. You want to give value that they can measure. So what does that even mean? Instead of like, this will help you grow, you'll say, oh, instead of like, this will help you get hired, you can say, this took me from one interview to 10 interviews. That's the kind of differentiation of measurement that you want to have and give your audience. That will hold them the entire time of the video. And then when you're editing your video, you want to cut every word that you don't need. As human beings, I'm sure even during this session with you guys, I've probably used a lot of filler words. When you're editing, you don't want to keep them. Keep it very direct and cut every word that you don't need. You also want to use a structure template just to keep yourself honest. One that TikTok and Instagram have both put out like courses on, and they say like, this is what works, guys, is this structure. You have a topic, you deliver it with a hook, you structure your script to prove that hook, and then the format that you choose is uniformed. If you're getting ready in the beginning, keep getting ready till the end of the video. Um, you want to give value in the video, and then your CTA, which is like, are they saving this video? Are they commenting to the video? Are they sharing this video? Following that structure keeps your script easy to follow. And then you want to do an open loop. So if you promise something in your hook, make sure you deliver it by the end of your hook. Sometimes you forget to do that. It's really important to do that, especially when you're trying to build your brand. And like we said, know your audience. but make sure you're making it about them. You might know your audience really, really well, and you're giving them some insight, but make it about them. So instead of saying, I'm going to teach you how to get hired tomorrow, you want to frame it more from their perspective. You want to make it about them. If you've been struggling with getting hired, very different. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Alrighty, so we're almost there, guys. Look and format. You want to give them something to watch while they listen. We already kind of talked about this with the whole get ready with me aspect, but I'll go into a little bit more. So, like I was saying before, some people do it when they're doing a task, like they're getting ready, they're doing their makeup, and then some people do a caption placement. So, I've actually seen a very, how do I say this? Different shift in how captions look on screen from the beginning of when we started doing social media versus now. One piece of advice I will say, if you're doing on-screen captions, think about where the viewer's eyes are going to be. We are a society that values looking at people in the eye, and that translates to on screen as well. Wherever your eyes are on the screen, try to keep the captions just below the chin. Don't put it above. Yes. Don't put it up above on the top, top, top. Don't put it at the bottom, bottom, bottom. And yes, in the window Katie's making, in that exact window, actually, it's really, really important to stay in that window because truthfully, someone's eyes cannot view the entire screen with captions changing in a range that's away from the eyes on the screen. So if we are looking at the viewer in the eyes, try to keep the captions just below the chin. And then with wardrobe, I've seen a lot of creators do really, really well with some like really funky glasses that people love and they just, wear it all the time. Every single video, you're going to see her in glasses or you're going to see him in glasses. I've seen people do like these branded hats. They'll either wear it backwards or forward. And it's just like every time you see their video, you're going to see that hat. It's something that doesn't work for everyone if they don't want to, have the same object in every single video, but it's something that I have seen work. And then staging. People have signature staging. You'll see sometimes every time someone makes a video, it's in the same exact room, the same exact corner of the room, the same exact lighting in the room. You can incorporate that into your look and format. Okay. And then this section, this is about, I guess, longevity of your content. Most of our conversation today has been about like, what to do and how to do it to make sure that your video performs. But I think we need to go beyond that. At JobStream, we want all of you guys to be really successful long term. We're not just giving this advice just for you to have like one video that takes off. It's really important that we work together so that you guys can have a really long career as a creator. So let's get into some habits that are important to have when you're building your brand and what turns a really good video, like one really good video, into a following. We kind of talked on this a little bit with the whole glasses and hat that they wear every single time, but there's ways that you can do it without just wardrobe. So the first one, signature series. I've seen a lot of creators do really well with this. Some people have even gone to trademark their series. And essentially, it's just something that the audience can expect from them on a weekly basis. So if you're going to do a job roundup every single week, you can, find a really cool and quirky name for it. And they know, you know what? I'm just going to pick someone random. Rachel. You know what? Every single week, I know that I can get this video from this topic from Rachel. And it's just something that people can expect from you. And especially if it works one time, it's probably going to work the second time. It's probably going to work the third time. It's probably going to work the fourth time. And then signature format. We talked about this a little bit as well. What is your background setup? Is it the same exact one every single time? Do people like it? Are people asking you questions? Hey, where'd you get that lamp? Hey, where'd you get that vase? It doesn't have anything to do with your content, but people are relating to you. Then appearance, we talked about phrases. Again, a lot of people have trademarked their signature phrases. but it's something that becomes yours, something that, people can hear without seeing and know, oh, I know exactly who that creator is. And my ultimate favorite is like an inside joke. I love a good inside joke. And it's really, really nice to see creators have it with their audience. Especially if I see a creator for the first time and he or she chuckles, and it's like, what did we just chuckle at? And I'm immediately going to the comments to see what is that? What is that? And now I want to be part of the group. Now I know that, oh my gosh, okay, I like that. I like this. This feels like a community. That's an easy way to be recognizable. All right. And then distribution and engagement. So while you're building out this brand, there's a lot of like cool tricks that you can do to keep people coming back. And that's what we're going to get into. Once you decide the video that you have, you need to decide what action the video is built for. So I would never do this before you make your video. Once you have a video, then you need to decide, okay, what action is this video built for? So what do I mean by that? If you're teaching something to job seekers, you want them to save your video. You want them to come back to it. You want them to refer back to it at a later time. So something at the end that you can say or the beginning that you can say is save this for later if XYZ. Now, if you're just having a conversation with the job seekers through your platform, you can say, the CTA or the metric that you're looking for is comments. Because if you are having a conversation, you're not just having that conversation with yourself, you're having it with the audience. You can ask them a quick question like, let me know in the comments which one you would choose. It's very, very important to have that engagement. And if those comments are coming in, make sure to reply to them in the first hour. It's really, really important that whenever you post, for the first hour of your posting, the algorithm is trying to understand, is this video doing well? Is it not doing well? If you are not engaging with the comments in your video within the first hour, the algorithm is going to think that the engaged people are just not resonating with it. And if they are, you're not resonating with them. So try to engage with the comments if you are pushing a conversation to start in your comment section within the first hour. And then if you're trying to make people laugh, the job market is really hard. You might want to introduce some lighthearted content in between your contents plan. The metric would be shares. So send this to a friend who's, struggling to laugh today or something like that. And then if your video purpose is to build authority, the metric would be follows. So follow for more XYZ, follow for this, follow for that. That would be a CTA that you can use to see, did this video perform well? And then another metric that you can use when the video purpose is to drive leads, my ultimate favorite, comment XYZ for XYZ. So a lot of us here, we have job trees. Maybe you want people to work a little bit more for your job tree, or maybe you feel like people are not going to go to the link in your bio for your job tree. But you know that they will comment job tree in the comment section, and then you can DM it to them. You can send it to them. It is a little bit more work, but it does drive engagement and it does drive leads. Any questions there? All good. Okay. And that is it for me for now. I will open up the floor for anyone that has any questions or any thoughts, or would like to even workshop their next post. I am all ears.
Wanted to just say thank you so much. I learned so much for my TikTok.
Yeah, I'm
And
glad.
and also the last two slides I thought were probably the most important and like for us as career creators who are posting the content.
Yeah,
So this was really, really helpful to me.
I'm glad.
I don't have any specific questions. I'm just excited to try some of these ideas.
Me too. I'm excited to see them, guys. I am. And I'm always here. Like, as you're making your content and you're like, oh, I actually feel like I need some hand-holding a bit, or I feel like I need some support, or I forgot what that was about. I'm always here. Please give me an email. I will add it in the chat. right now.
If it's okay, can I put Ryan on the spot just for a second?
Yes,
Because
yes.
speaking of viral, what I had noticed about Ryan was the success he got in less than 24 hours. And I'm just like, what was the playbook? Because, like there's well, what did you do? How did that happen so quickly for you? And imagine if you do that multiple times a day, every day. Like that's crazy opportunity.
Um, Thanks for the presentation. It was great. Definitely want to go back through some of the things you shared. For me, I just signed up for JobStream, I think on Monday, or no, Tuesday. I went to the Creator Economy NYC um,
Oh.
event and learned about it. And it's amazing. I was using a different job board for a long time, this other platform called Collab Work.
Mm.
But their model is a little bit different. But yeah, for me, I send out a weekly newsletter with New York City's best networking social career events for ambitious people. So I just included about 5 or 6 jobs in our newsletter that I sent out on Wednesday. So that's the only time I've shared it. I haven't shared it like via social media yet. So yeah, for me, it was just like in our weekly newsletter.
Oh, I love that.
So are they, and you said that, so they were also more to the idea of job content. It sounds like you had been posting jobs to them in the past, and that's what they go there for. How do you get them the job opportunities, or is it just the collab work and job stream partnerships?
Yeah, so well, typically I have a little job board section in the newsletter, but then I do have a link on my website with like a job board link for people to go to. And then I have it linked at the footer of every newsletter I send out. So if they want to, go there. But I don't know if it's a technical issue on my end or if I need to troubleshoot it, but I just clicked on my link on my actual website and it looks like the jobs aren't showing up. It says current job opening. So I may need to re-click it or re-link it because it was showing up the other day, but now it just says current job openings powered by JobStream, but there's no actual jobs listed. So I may have to just go back through and re-link it.
I saw what you see too. I had gotten in touch with our product team on that. So hopefully we'll have a solution. So one thing to keep in mind is the jobs, they refresh every day. The job tree, what we built the functionality around was like when they expire, then they're automatically removed. So it could be that the jobs that you shared, those campaigns expired. It's just one thing to watch out for, especially we're not quite at the end of the month, but then we've also seen the pattern of like when a campaign ends, people usually run campaigns like, March 1 to the end of the month. It usually starts on the first and the last. That's where we see a little bit of churn on like disappearing. And they're not disappearing. They're just the employer saying they're closed, they're filled, campaign's over, or we're just not spending any more money on this job today. So we'll look into that and come back to you. But did you send in your newsletter the job tree or that you listed 6 to 7 links?
I just listed 6 to 7 links, name
Okay,
of the job, the company, the salary, and I just listed them separately in the body of the newsletter.
awesome.
That is awesome.
All right, well, more to come. Glad to meet
Yeah,
another fellow New Yorker. We're actually all in New York too, Ryan. So let's
literally.
hope to see you again.
Any questions, comments, reactions? Thank you all so much for coming.
Yeah, honestly, I'm grateful to have had the opportunity to share this with you guys. Again, please reach out if you need absolutely anything. I really look forward to seeing your content, guys. I'm very excited. I think you guys are great creators, and this is the time to create. The algorithm loves us.
Awesome. We are gonna wrap up here. Thank you so much for being here. See you in the next work session. Have a good one. Enjoy the long weekend.
Bye, everyone.